Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening to all of you. Welcome, everyone. And first of all, I would like to thank to all of you for joining our today's webinar. And my name is Azamuddin Imam bin Abdul Razak, and I will be your moderator for today. Before that, I would like to explain a little bit about our discussion or our topic for today. So our main topic is about tourism, and I believe that many of us or many of everyone has been a little busy about planning for their future vacation. Yeah, I mean after a long holiday we had been locked up in our home. I mean PKP 1.0, PKP 2.0, PKP 3.0. After a year we have been vacation in our home. I think this is the right time for us to get a real vacation. Okay, so straight to the point. Our topic discussion is why must Malaysia be the most privileged class of country to travel among the ASEAN country? And I know everyone must be a little confused about the topic, but what we want to discussing is why Malaysia must be chosen as a country to travel with. And I believe that there is many reason of that. I think either it's about our culture, about our food, our religion, or maybe I can say that Malaysia is famous because our currencies. Yeah, because as we know that Malaysia country is very cheap to travel because our currencies, which is Malaysia ringgit, compared to another like US dollar, Singapore dollar, we are very low. I don't know whether we need to be proud of that or not. Okay, just kidding. So for today, we have four specialist panels that we're discussing about this topic, which is Mr. Luqmanul Hakim, Mr. Suhail Azmi bin Yaakob, Mr. Ahmad Zahiruddin bin Zamani, and Mr. Shafiq Burhan. So before that, for the audience, if you have any question, you may jot down the question in the chat box section. And after that, I will convey the question later to the panelists after the panelists done their speech. Okay, now without wasting our time, I would like to invite our first panel, which is Mr. Lomanul Hakim, to discuss about why Malaysia must be chosen as a country to travel with. You may begin now, Mr. Lomanul Hakim.
Our country, Malaysia, is so unique and very interesting to foreigners is the aspect of cuisine. Alright, so commonly Malaysia has a rich multicultural heritage, and this is reflected in Malaysia cuisine, which is heavily influenced by three major races, that is Malay, Indian, Chinese, and of course, and also a minor Indonesian cuisine as well. So Malaysia is home to many ethnic groups and nationalities. So my first point is, there is one most popular dish that mostly accepted by all ethnic groups of Malaysia. Okay, I think you all know what I mean. That food was it. We call it as nasi lemak. Yeah. So in nasi lemak we can found red spice that very delicious and yummy. We call it as a sambal. Sambal is the main soul of nasi lemak to make it more delicious. Serve with multiple choice different cuisine like rendang, squid, and many more. Okay, and next, one of Malaysians' most favorite breakfast meal. Okay, I think Mr. Sir Ramesh will know it, right? Roti canai. Roti canai is essentially a piece of dough, yeah, which is thrown, flattened, oil, and cooked on a flat iron grill. To make it more delicious, eaten hot with either fish or chicken curry, or even with condensed milk. or with sugar. And okay, this is my favorite one. Okay, char kway teow. Okay, char kway teow is the most popular street dishes in Malaysia. Despite numerous regional varieties, actually it is usually made with flat rice noodles, shrimps, eggs, bean sprouts, and special Chinese sausage. Okay, so in my conclusion, there is no denial that Malaysia is a food heaven. Okay, so Malaysian food, of course, is very much reflective of the diversity of the people staying here. Malaysia truly Asia. That's all from me.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Lukmanul Hakim, for the worthy point. Yeah, I do agree about it because for me, I also like kind of varieties of dishes in for my breakfast. Someday I would like to have roti canai, and someday I have to like nasi lemak. So in Malaysia, we can get a varieties of food, right? So by the way, I would like to ask one question. Uh, before this, you say that Malaysia has many varieties of food that represent our culture. So, uh, uh, from your point of view, which food that represent that really represent Malaysian? Either it's Indian,
Okay,
or it's Chinese, or it's Malay.
okay. Thank you for your questions. For that questions, in my opinion, I will choose nasi lemak. Yeah, nasi lemak is I think that that food is an icon or a symbolic to our country. You know,
Mm.
in Malaysia we can find nasi lemak everywhere, every state in our whole country, either at Pahang, Selangor, Kuala Lumpur, even in a big city. We can find it in a big mall also, and we can see that now Kentucky Fried Chicken, McDonald also has promoting new dishes representing nasi lemak to promote rebranding nasi lemak to the foreigners and all people. That's my
So,
answer.
so I believe that nasi lemak really goes worldwide. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Luman Hakim. So we proceed to our panel number two, which is Mr. Suhail Azmin. The stage is yours.
Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening everyone. So first of all, I would like to thank you to our moderator, Mr. Azamuddin Iman, because give me a chance to talk in webinar today. So we go straight to our business. That why must Malaysia be the most privileged class or country to travel? So I will talk more specific, more to places. Where are places in our country they should go to experience by their own? Alright. As well we know that our country Malaysia, in terms of geography, Malaysia is located in Southeast Asia. And the nearest country at our country is like Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore, and Malaysia had a central location that should not be skipped when someone exploring or traveling in Southeast Asia. But in my opinion, Malaysia is a wonderful country because if you want do some activity, you can do it and no need to go to other country. So what you can do in this country that you can explore the modern city like Kuala Lumpur, and also we have Johor Bahru in Johor, and also Ipoh, Perak. And you can also you can explore the colonial architecture. We have the highest building in Malaysia is KLCC. And if you love nature, you can relax of the some of the most beautiful beaches on the planet. We have Pulau Perhentian, Pulau Kapas, and Pulau Pangkor also. And if you love to hiking, you can go the highest mountain in Malaysia is Mount Kinabalu, right? So this is for introduction. So I will give you two reasons why they should come to visit Malaysia. So the first one, as I said before, that Malaysia also have a modern architecture. The city of Kuala Lumpur is a fantastic place to admire the modern architecture found in Malaysia. The Petronas Twin Towers in the district are known as the Golden Triangle. And also we know that we also have the KLCC, which is one of the tallest building in the world with 1,483 feet. That show that Malaysia also have a modern architecture along with other development country. So for additional, the new tallest building in Malaysia and will be open in 2022 is the Menara Merdeka 118. And special more about this building is this building can reach to 118 levels. So we go to the next point, the second point. The second point is we have beautiful beaches and island. As well we know, Malaysia is a tropical country with a warm climate and miles of coastline. So it show no surprise that beaches are beautiful. We have a beautiful beaches and island like I said before, Pulau Tioma we have, also we have Pulau Kapas and Manis. But personally, we choose Langkawi Island is the best place to travel because this place is complete place to having a vacation. So in Langkawi, we can relax at the beach like Pantai Chenang, and also they can go shopping at Haji Ismail Group to buy our favorite chocolate like Kisses, right? And lastly, we having a dining with their partner beside an option if you have a partner lah, okay? So that's all for my point is thank you very much.
Well, hello, can you hear me well? Okay.
Okay.
So thank you, Mr. Zuhail. Yeah, I believe what you said that Malaysia has a very beautiful beach. There is one time when I got myself first time vacation in Pulau Tioman. When I arrived there, I feel like wow, no need to go to Maldives lah, because Pulau Tioman is very very amazing, and I if I'm not mistaken, it was the most beautiful island in the entire world. So, Mr. Suhail, I want to ask one question. This question always keep in my mind whenever I go to vacation to an island or the beach. When I go to an island or beach, will always see a foreigners from UK, from America, from Canada, come to Malaysia, and after they come to Malaysia, they will only go to places like beach or island. What do you think of that, Mr. Suhail?
Alright, thank you for your question. In my opinion, because of weather because if you see the weather at Europe, mostly every year they having a low temperature, which is they don't much time to enjoy the summer day, right? So they will choose the country which is having a long summer day. So usually foreigner will come to our country to enjoy our island like Pulau Langkawi, because every year you can see many foreigner will come to Pulau Langkawi, right? So that's why lah. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Suhail, for the strong answer. Okay, now we will go through to our next panel, which is panel number 3, Muhammad Zahiruddin bin Zaimani. You may begin now.
Good evening and thank you to our moderator, Mr. Azamuddin. Based on the topic we discussion today, why must Malaysia be the most privileged class of country to travel among Asia country? This is because Malaysia is rich in unique multicultural, and we all know Malaysia is a multiracial country that live with harmony and peace. There are three main races in Malaysia, like Malay, Chinese, and India. As well as there are also still have ethnic from Borneo at Sabah and Sarawak. Of course, each of these races have their own culture like religion, dress, food, tradition, festi, and others. But firstly, I want to talk about the religion. Among the religion have in Malaysia like Islam, Buddha, Hindu, and Christian, but we still live with harmony. That because we respect each other religions and not racist. After that, the most fun thing is about the culture is festive. In Malaysia, we celebrate many festivals like Hari Raya Aidilfitri, Chinese New Year, Deepawali, and Christmas. We all Malaysian people celebrate and we celebrate with happily and very colorful. It's not wonder why Malaysia is one of the country has many public holiday. Last but not least, among the most important is culture is address. Why I say important? Because it's referred to racial identity. For example, the Malay people dress tradition is baju Melayu for men and baju kurung for women. Why Chinese people their dress is tradition is samfu. That's right, kan? For samfu for men and chiosan for women. And India people their dress tradition is dhoti for women, dhoti for men, and sari for women. This dress show their identities and their culture. When all rest wearing their tradition dress, it look like colorful in Malaysia. Maybe I won't. That's all. Maybe I wanna talk about the food because panel one Lukman Hakim just discussed about that. So I go through to conclusion. In my conclusion, culture is the reason why Malaysian should be the most privileged class of country to travel among ASEAN country. That's all from me. Thank you. Back to our moderator.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Zahrudin. By the way, I see that you say that religion will attract tourists, festival, dress, and food. But I keep wondering, how do some religion will attract tourists to come to Malaysia? How do you think?
I think why religion can attract foreigners is because every religion sets its own unique ritual tradition, and each worship place has their own unique design and or architecture, like mosques, temple, church. So tourists can see and visit it. As example, if you want to see Chinese culture, you can go to Ket Lok Si Temple that is located in Penang. If you want to visit India culture, you may to go Batu Cave in located in Selangor. While if you know about Islamic culture, many places you can visit like Masjid Jamek at Kuala Lumpur, Masjid Putrajaya, and Masjid Krista at Terengganu. So as my as my conclusion, if you want to visit many culture religion in one place, you just come to Malaysia. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Zahir. So I can conclude that religion based on the architecture building will attract the tourists. Okay, so without wasting our time, I would like to invite our last panel, which is Mr. Shafiq Borhan. You may begin now.
A very good evening to Mr. Ramesh and all the audience. And thanks, Mr. Azam, for the greetings and introduction. Today, our topic is why must Malaysia be the most privileged class of country to travel among the Asia? So just like my friends have talked about the places, about the culture, and about the cuisine. Of course, like the member from Group 1 says, Malaysia is obsessed with food until they being obese. So that's that's what the factor what make Malaysia is unique. But I want just to make it more concrete and clear why Malaysia be the most privileged class of the country to travel among the Asia country, and like the big reason, the big why.
is Malaysia was a convenient country. Malaysia is very comfy if you go want to travel. Why? Because like point number one, Malaysia can speak English. Did you know? Actually, Malaysian English Proficiency Index for 2021 that given from Education First institution that found in Sweden, given Malaysia is 28 ranked out of 112 country, and the third from 24 country in Asia. We are behind Singapore and Philippines. So that's mean Malaysians can speak English, even not fluent as me. I'm sorry, even not fluent, but they can understand the basic English. So when the tourists want to ask about direction, get help, or any question, Malaysian can help. They all maybe they have some like but we can help the tourists. You know, uh, the second one is Malaysia was friendly. There was an Irishman that wrote on the Irish Times, like a blog. He was a foreigner from Irish that stayed in Malaysia about 10 years, and he stated that Malaysian was extremely friendly, kind, and let's I get the note. Extremely kind, generous, and friendly. Do you understand the word extremely? So they describe Malaysian is extremely kind. Like we if you have seen ads from Maxis for the independence, I forgot what years, but about foreigner come to Malaysia and he's got confused. He's been called macha, abang, adik, brother. So they confused. Why Malaysian call strangers like their family? So that's the proof. That's what's the real situation in Malaysia. We call everyone macha, ane, maple, kan, brother, auntie, uncle, like our family members. So Malaysian was friendly. So if tourists come to Malaysia, they will get very comfortable with the environment, with the people, and the last but not least, Malaysia was good in public transport. Even the KL city was ranked 95 out of 100 95 out of 100 cities about their public transport. But for me as a Malaysian, our public transport is good level, not excellent but good. Just like last week I go to Kedah and we have the flood, and the LPT got closed. The company for the express bus still taking alternative. Even the LPT closed, they still going to the alternative way. Even take 16 hours journey. I go from Kuantan to Kedah 16 hours, not going out, not going toilet. 16 hours I'm on the bus even, but it's okay. It's okay. That's mean that our public transport is very dedicated and for their job. Even the LPT got closed and we still got to Kedah. Which whatever it take, like that. Okay. So I think it seems like we have much time. So I want to my addition point is like Malaysian is a cheap country and a safe country. If you go to the southeast Thailand, you will face with the militant. If you go to another country like China, maybe you get confront if you are Muslim, right? And we have the issues. But in Malaysia is totally safe. Malaysia is totally safe. We are friendly. We are, that's why I said the point is Malaysia is convenient, very comfortable. Like 7-Eleven, we have all of this thing. Okay, it's okay, Ain. You asked already. So where for why Malaysia must be the most privileged class of the country to travel among the Asia country. So that is for me. I give it back to the moderator, Mr. Azam.
Well, thank you, Mr. Shafiq, for the long presentation. And I see that we are nearly at the end of the time, but I don't see that there is no one asking a question. Okay, never mind. Mr. Shafiq, I want to ask you something. What do you think that Malaysia country that our government need to improve to attract more tourists to come to Malaysia, as a public toilet or public transport or anything?
Oh, first, like I said, KL was ranked 95 out of 100. So the first is first is the government should be improvise the public transport, and we should not be pride because we have the second tallest building in the world. But if our public transport is very, got condemned by the others, so we have to improve the public transport. Even at Kuantan, when the rapid was free, we got the buses every hours from Kuantan to Bukit Sagu. My village is my place is Bukit Sagu. So Kuantan we have many hours. So then they cut the budget. Now we have like 4 hours one trip, 4 hours one trip. So that was hard for people and maybe for tourists. Like if a tourist from Kuantan want to go to Sungai Lembing, they have to wait long for the trip bus to Sungai Lembing. You know, Sungai Lembing have the rainbow waterfall. They have the T-box and something else. So if the public transport like not very efficient, so there is get maybe tourists when they back to their country, they will say about. The second is we have to more bold about our culture. Like you said, the second tallest building in the world, there is no element like our culture or heritage. They just they stand there and like Tunku Abdul Rahman. Okay, that's okay lah. There's ideology behind the building, but we have to build more heritage or culture based monument, because that was the identity of Malaysia, identity of our people, and we have a diversity country, so we have to bold more about our culture and heritage, so that can be more attract to tourists to come to Malaysia. So I think that's all my answers for your questions, and I send it back to you lah.
Okay.
Energetic.
Thank you, Mr. Shafiq, for the very energetic answer and very energetic speech. So, as we are nearly to the end, I would like to summarize a little bit about what we have discussed in this evening. I see Malaysia is a very rich country. What I want to say that Malaysia is very rich for their culture, very rich about their food, and very rich about their variety of religion and many other things. Malaysia has a very good commodities based on what Shafiq say, that it will suit well with the foreigners and will make them vacation easier. And other than that, based on our country trade line, which is Ahmad Zahiruddin mentioned it, Malaysia truly Asian. I think that Malaysia really represent all of the ASEAN countries in only one country. You can get Indian culture, you can get Chinese culture, you can get Malay culture, you can get Jawa culture in Malaysia only. So that's all for today. Until we meet again, thank you everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.